Roll up the mat. Like in the previous class, we sit down into simple cross leg. And this time, you sit down first, whatever comfortable, you go into your normal cross leg position. But today, whatever feels normal to you, we change to the other side, okay? So that you become more even. Sit down in Swastikasana. Now, relax your thighs down. Okay, now, raise your arms in front of you, interlock the fingers, turn the palms out, and then inhale, raise the arms up. Ooh, my body is a bit stiff today. Okay, now keep pushing the palm up, lengthen the spine. Now your ears, if you can, come to beside your ears. Your arms come to beside your ears if you can. If you find yourself, you are bending your arms, you can go forward a little bit, stretch, and then just move the arms back as much as you can. And if it's possible, come to beside the ears. And then keep pushing the palms up to lengthen the spine. Now outer armpit roll forward. Now experienced practitioners, see if you can descend your shoulder blade down towards the buttock. Shoulder blade down towards the buttock, and then keep pushing your palm up. Lengthen the spine. Feel the base of the neck. The base of the neck should not be compressed. So if you feel the base of your neck is actually compressing, you need to roll the outer armpit more stronger. Stronger, rolling the outer armpit forward. Yes. And then exhale, release. One more time, raise your arm in front of you. Now we change the interlock of the fingers, turn the palms out, and then inhale, raise the arms up. Now, if you are pushing your lower back, you need to tuck in your rib cage so that you're not pushing your lower back. Okay? Now, keep pushing the base of the palm up. Roll the outer armpit forward. Roll the outer armpit forward. Descend your shoulder blade down. Sternum chest up. Lengthen. Give yourself some time. If you have not been practicing today, this is your first practice of the day, your body may feel a bit stiff. In fact, today my body feels a bit stiff, but that's okay. That's okay. That's very normal for anyone. So give yourself time for the body to open up. Don't give up. Only after like a few seconds, you feel, oh, my arms are so tired. Don't give up. Keep pushing, keep lengthening. Allow the body to open up. Let your mind be the master of your body. Don't give up just because your body feels tired. Keep pushing, keep lengthening. Okay, and then release, release. Now, today we're going to start with your left hand. Go behind your back and then see if you can hold your wrist, your right wrist behind you. Okay, I'm using dual camera so you can see. And then from here, your right arm goes far back as much as you can. Now, if you have very tight shoulder, you will feel your armpit, both sides, feels a bit tight. Now, you can actually bend your elbow first and then move the back of your armpit, roll it forward, bend, holding your wrist, and then roll that forward, then you move back a little bit more. When you move back, don't lean back. I don't want you to lean back. Keep your spine upright. Yes. So your right arm, roll your armpit behind that, roll it out. You can bend a little bit, gives you a bit more room in your armpit, and then roll the armpit forward, and then walk your right arm back. Now, your left arm, if your left armpit is also very tight, see the elbow, move back. Move your elbow back, and then the armpit can roll forward as well. And then you stay here, lift the chest, and then stay here. Descend your shoulder, shoulder not up, shoulder down, shoulder down. Yes, open your shoulders, open your shoulders. I know it is tight. I know, I'm very tight. I'm very tight as well. Yes. Okay, now release. Change arm. Now right arm, go behind, hold your left wrist. Hold your left wrist. Now, extend the left hand first. Now this time, focusing on the left arm first, bend the elbow, move the armpit from behind, move it forward, move it forward. If you cannot feel, you can use your hand first and then see what it feels like to move the armpit forward. Then you extend the arm. Now your right hand, elbow, move back. Move your elbow back. As you move the elbow back, the armpit can move forward. And then maintain here. Shoulder down, and then you maintain here. Shoulder down. Yes, sternum chest up. Yes, and release. Okay? If you have very tight shoulder like me, one time is not enough. Second time. Left hand go behind, hold your right wrist. You can bend your right arm first. Yes, on this side, because the camera is here, you can see my right arm more clearly. So here you can bend the elbow, move the armpit forward. Move the armpit forward as much as you can. Yes, then extend the right arm back. Good. Once my right shoulder has been adjusted, now my left shoulder. Move the left elbow back. As you move it back, move the armpit forward. Then extend the sternum chest up, descend both shoulders down. Descend both shoulders down. Yes, don't we like it? It is painful, especially my right shoulder. My right shoulder has frozen shoulder. It is uncomfortable. I wouldn't say painful, it's uncomfortable. Okay, release. Good. Doesn't that feel good after you release? Okay, now right hand, go behind, hold the left wrist, and then from here, bend the elbow of your left hand first. And then move from the armpit, from the back, roll it forward, move it out. Then extend the left arm back. Now right hand, bend the elbow, and then move it back, far back. As you move it far back, the armpit has more room. Now the armpit forward. Yes. And then both shoulders down. Come back to the center. Come back to the center. Don't lean back. Don't lean back. Yes. Stay here. Stay here. Breathe. Feel which shoulder is actually more intense for you. Yes. Keep it. Keep it. Stay. Stay. Yes. And release. Does that feel good? Good. Now, right hand, go behind. This time, pull the hand over to the side. Can you see my arm, my hand go over already? So you need to pull this. Pull this. And then now, hold your left upper arm. Left upper arm. Yes. And then the left hand, hold the right elbow. Hold the left elbow. Now, from here, look at the side view, the screen on the right side. I want you to move your buttock back so that you're sitting in front of your sit bone. In front of the sit bone. So you move back a little bit. From here, lift the chest up. Now, moving both of your outer shoulder back, shoulder elbow down, and then we're going to do Urdhva Mukha, lean forward. Slowly look forward and lean forward. Don't fall, don't fall. Control, control. Lean forward. Yes, I don't want your head to touch the ground, otherwise you're overstretching your neck. But just come down as much as you can. Make sure your neck is in line with your spine. And then stay here for a while. Keep moving your elbow back and then your outer shoulder up. Shoulder blade towards the buttock. Stay here. And then look up. Inhale, come up. Release your arms. Change hand. Left hand, go behind. Now, take your hand, pull it back, pull it to the side. Pull it to the side. See, this one has to come out. This hand, this one has to come out. Pull. Yes. And then, now place your left hand on your upper arm, right upper arm. Right upper arm. Then bend the elbow and then right hand hold the left elbow. Shoulders down, outer shoulder back, elbows down. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, very slowly lean forward and down. Lean forward and down. Yes, lean forward and down. Yes. Just go as much as you can. I don't want your head to touch the ground. Otherwise, you're overstretching your neck. Now, from here, move the elbow back and the outer shoulder up. Shoulder blade towards the buttock. And then stay here for a while. Stay here for a while. Breathe. Look up. And then inhale, come up. Good. Now release the arms. Okay, and then now stand up. Actually, because we're going to use a roll mat, I don't want you to spread now. You just stand on the ground. Stand on the ground. It's not important whether you have mat or not. Just put the mat aside because we're still going to use a roll mat. So just stand on the ground. We're going to stand in Tadasana. Stand in Tadasana. Good. Now from here, like just now, right hand go behind, pull, and then hold with your left upper arm. And then left hand, hold your right elbow. Do this much. Do this much. Now notice how the bottom end of your armpit, very difficult to push forward. You need to try as much as you can, move the armpit forward. Move the under the armpit forward. Yes. Now move your elbow down, outer shoulder back. Now a lot of us, we want to push our lower back. So now stand on your heel. Stand on your heel, roll the sacrum down, pull the thigh bones up. And then stay in this position for a while. Stay in this position. Now we're going to come down to Urdhva Uttanasana in this pose. Now from here, lift the chest, inhale, exhale, tilt from your hip joint, and then come forward and down into Urdhva Uttanasana. In Urdhva Uttanasana, move the weight more on the front of the foot, and then the heel keep pushing down. Yes. And then now outer shoulder lift up towards the ceiling. Your shoulder blade move towards the buttock. And then look on the floor slightly in front of you. Stay here. Stay here. Breathe. Now inhale, come up. Don't release your arms. Now spread your legs wide. Spread your legs wide. Now if you are like me, okay, if those of you who have two mats, one mat on the floor, you can actually walk all the way to the back end of your mat. Then you will be aligned. Otherwise on the floor, don't worry. On the floor, then don't worry. That's okay. Now, open as wide as your hip can allow you. And then roll the sacrum down, pull the thigh bones up. And then lift the chest up. Elbows down, shoulder blade down, outer shoulder back. Now, inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, tilt forward, tilt forward. Come down to 90 degrees. In 90 degrees, stay here. Internally rotate your thighs. Now, separate your sit bones to the sides. Now, push the outer heel into the ground. Push the outer heel into the ground. And then keep pressing your big mound, big toe down to the floor. Now from here, outer shoulder up, shoulder blade towards the buttock. Now move the body weight slightly forward so that you are standing on the front of the foot more. Stay here. Breathe. A little bit more forward, a little bit more forward. Yes, a little bit more forward. And then now look up. Inhale, come up. Now join the feet together. Release your arms. How is your shoulders? Good. Good. Now we need to do the other side of your arm. This time, left arm go behind you and then pull your hand out. Pull it out. Pull it out. Yes. And then hold your right upper arm. Pull the right upper arm. Then right hand hold the left elbow. Good. Now from here, feet apart, hip wide. Don't push your lower back. Move the body weight onto your heel. And then roll the sacrum down. Pull the thighs up. Sternum, chest up. Elbows down. Outer shoulder back. Shoulder blade down. Stay here. And then inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, tilt from your pelvis. And then slowly come down to 90 degrees. Ardha Uttanasana. Yes. And then stay here. Now move the body weight onto the front of the foot. And keep pressing the heel down anyway. Now roll your outer shoulder up. And then shoulder blade towards the buttock. And then look on the floor slightly in front of you. Don't look at your toes. Look slightly forward. Now, weight more forward, as if you are about to fall forward. But you are pressing like the brakes on your feet just to stabilize yourself. Stay here. Now, look up. Inhale, come up. Now, spread your legs. Spread your legs. Good. Now, check and see whether you are in the same distance. There is the subconscious of us. Just now, if you feel very difficult, subconsciously you will reduce the distance. But don't allow that to happen to you. So whatever distance you were using, use the same distance now. Okay? Now roll the sacrum down, pull the thigh bones into the hip, lift the chest. Now elbow down, shoulder blade down. Now inhale, chest up. Exhale, lean forward, lean forward. Yes, once you come to about 90 degrees, move the body weight to the front of the foot. Now keep your body weight on the front of the foot, keep pressing the heel down. Now outer heel, press down into the floor. Internally rotate your thigh and then keep pressing the big mount, big toe down to the floor. Now roll your outer shoulder up, shoulder blade towards the buttock, sternum, chest towards the crown of the head. And then don't look at your toe. Look forward on the floor, slightly in front of you. Breathe. Stay here. Stay here. Now separate your sit bone as well. Separate your sit bone. Yes. Now move more forward as if you are about to fall. Okay, now look up. Inhale, come up. And then join the feet together and release the arms. Yes. How are your arms? Good? Yes, doesn't that feel good? Doesn't that feel good? Okay. Now, the next one we're going to do, we are going to start bending back, but I don't want you to think about bending back. I want you to think about lengthening the front of your body. Lengthening the front of the body without compressing your lower back. That's what we are thinking. Now, the first one we're going to do is you have your feet hip wide. Now, hold your hand on your sacrum. Now, press the sacrum down. Press the sacrum down. So long sacrum down. As the long sacrum down, pull the thigh up. Pull the thigh up. And then the pubis, everything keeps moving up. So from your thigh, you keep moving up. And then your pubis keep moving up. And then you think about the sacrum keep moving down. So it's almost a down from the back and then up from the front. Okay? Now, hands on the sacrum. Press the sacrum down. As you press the sacrum down, don't push forward. Don't push forward. Still standing on your heel. Still standing on your heel. You're only pushing your sacrum down. Now from here, pull the thighs up. And then now pubis up, sternum up, belly up. Yes. And then now both elbows to the back. to the back. Yes. Now think about your back ribs. The back ribs lift up the back ribs. The back ribs as if someone is pushing you up from the back ribs. Yes, from the back ribs up, up, stay here, stay here, stay here. Good, stay here. Now stand on the heel, don't go to the front of the foot. Stand on the heel, stand on the heel. Yes, and then come back. Did you get that? Yes, just for, if you are quite new to yoga, you may not be familiar with this action. So we do this one more time, Feet apart, hip wide. Now hands on your sacrum. Now see how I try to move my thumb very close to each other, even touching each other, so that I can press the whole sacrum down. Okay? So your hands should be quite close to each other. Elbow is not to the side, elbow to the back. Okay. Now stand on your heel. Now move the sacrum down. Move the sacrum down. Now pull the thighs up. Say your pubis up, belly up, and then your chest up, and then lift the chest up. As if, think about your back ribs. Back ribs, someone is pushing up. Pushing your back ribs up. Pushing your back ribs up. And then stay here, stay here. Now don't push your lower back. Don't push over, not like this, not like this. Stand on the heel, and then lift the chest up. And then now elbows go back, closer to each other. Now shoulder away from your head. Shoulder away from the ears. Yes, stay here, stay here, stay here. Don't push your lower back. Don't push your lower back. Some of you are doing this. Not here. Here. Okay, release. Okay, we need to do one more time. Because this is a very important action for a lot of the back bend. If you cannot do this properly, the likelihood is you are going to hurt your back. Okay? What I can see from the screen, see from the side, I don't want you to think about round shape to the back. If you're thinking about round shape to the back, this is what happened to our body. You are pushing your lower back. If you think about round shape, this is what you do. This is what you do. It is not wrong if you are strong enough, but if you still don't have space in your lower back is going to hurt you. So you think about everything is straight, only from your rib cage you are arching. So the difference between this and this. Okay, this is better, not this. This. Can you see the difference? Okay, now let's try one last time before we progress. Stand hip wide, your feet apart, hip wide, hands on your sacrum, push the sacrum down, lift the thigh bone up, pubis up, belly up, sternum chest up. Now from here, chest up. So you see, I'm not pushing my lower back. Not here. Stand on the heel. Stand on the heel. Yes, lift the chest up. Your back ribs up. Stay here. Yes, that's it. Better, better. Yes, chest up, chest higher, chest higher. Yes, feel your lumbar spine is long. Your abdomen is long. Up and long, up and long. Now sacrum down, thighs up, thighs into the hip, and release. Okay? Now, first variation. We're going to join the feet together. Do exactly as what we did just now. Now with one leg slightly back. Now watch first, watch first. Now the one leg slightly back. A lot of us, when we kick the leg back, the lower back is pushing already when you kick the leg back. So what we want is you bend your leg slightly, you pull this one up like this. So it is not, I can't do this. Not this, but this. You see, you become taller. Not pushing like this. Pull in. Can you see my thigh bone? Pull in. So you're not doing this, you're doing this. Okay? So we try with one leg at a time. Then we do both legs. Now, hands on the hip. Feet together. Now, sacrum down. Pull the thighs up. And then lift the chest. Lift the chest. Yes, this part is all long. This part is all long. Maintaining this, very slowly bend the right leg. And then slightly back with the right leg. Bending knees first. Bending knee first. Now, from here, activate from the heel. Pull the heel towards you and then the thigh into you and then lift up even more. Straighten the legs and then lift up even more. Yes. Good. More. Lift up, lift up. Yes. And release. Feet together. Change leg. From here, left leg go back, but bend first, bend first. Lift from the pubis up, and then now from the heel, pull the heel back, and then thighs in, and then lengthen up. Heel into you, thighs up, and lengthen. Lengthen. Stay here. Okay, and release. Okay, one last time. This one I go a bit slow because if you don't do the action right, afterwards when we are on the ground, you might be pushing your lower back. So I want to imprint a certain memory into your body until you can hold this memory without hurting yourself. Okay? Now once again, roll the sacrum down, long. Remember the lower back must be long. So you roll the sacrum down. Now from here, lift the chest. Now bend the right leg go back slightly further than just now. Slightly further, slightly. Now look at the heel. The heel is not going back. Heel pull up. Pull up the heel and then pull the thighs up and then lengthen. Lengthen. Yes. And then change leg. Yes. Now roll the sacrum down, lift the chest, maintain, and then now back leg, heel in, thighs up. Heels in, thighs up, and then stay. It doesn't matter how much you can do, but you need to do that action. You may not be able to do very round. That's okay. And release. Okay, good. Now we're going to do both legs now. Now with both legs, this is what we're going to do. We're going to come close to the wall, maybe about 1 foot distance away. See, this is about 1 foot distance, maybe, roughly. Now from here, I'm going to bend my legs and then lift my heel up. When I lift my heel up, see I'm only rolling my sacrum down. I'm really rolling my sacrum down. I pull my thighs up. Can you see this action? So, rolling the sacrum down, pull the thighs up, lift the heel up. So this is what we learned just now. Single leg. Now both legs do at the same time. You can hold on to the wall. From here, I bend the legs first. Then here, I'm really rolling the sacrum down already. Sacrum is down. Lift the heel, and then now you pull the thighs up. As you pull the thighs up, now the pubis go and touch the wall. After the pubis touch the wall, lift the bottom ribs up, sternum chest up, and then from here, like chaturanga arms, push up. And then you will feel your shoulder move back and down. And then you can look diagonally upwards. Okay? Now let's try. Let's try. Now, stand roughly about 1 foot distance away from the wall. You can gently touching the wall first. Now, bend the legs first, roll the sacrum down. Bend the legs, roll the sacrum down. From here, lift the heel up, lift the heel up. Now, pull the thighs in to straighten the legs. Pull the thighs in to straighten the legs. And then place your pubis on the wall. Pubis on the wall. And then keep lengthening the spine up until your lower back, your rib cage, lift up, sternum chest up, and then press the palm onto the wall like chaturanga, like chaturanga. Yes, and then now press the palm up, so that your shoulder roll back and down. And then look diagonally upwards, look diagonally upwards. Yes, stay here, breathe, and release. Did everyone get that? I know this is not fun, but you know the basic technique is very important. What I find what is lacking in a lot of the yoga teaching these days is that people are very impatient when we talk about very basic techniques. And then after many times when they practice, they hurt their back, they hurt their knee, and then they come and tell you, teacher, why here pain? Teacher, why this one pain? It's because you are not willing to spend the time to do the basic. So these kind of techniques, they are not hard. But in order to master them is very difficult. You need to keep practicing until you can imprint this memory into the body. Then, when you do most of your back bend, you don't feel the pain. I have huge problem with my lower back. It took me a very, very long time to recover. And then now, whenever I do back bend, although I can't go to extreme, I don't experience back pain anymore. So this actually takes a lot of practice for you to be able to have this kind of muscle memory to protect yourself. Okay? Now, I think there's one more that we're going to do for the warm-up, and then we're going to start doing some of the back bends that we're going to do. Last one. Same as just now, all the way until here, and then now we go back, and then you roll your arms out, and then you look up. Okay? So that was the final one. Final one. Let's do. Now we stand about 1 foot away from your wall. Hold on to the wall first. Bend the knees. Roll the sacrum down. Maintaining sacrum down. Now start pulling the thighs in as you lift the heel up. And then keep pulling the thigh in until your pubis touch the wall. And then lengthen your lumbar spine. And then arch from your thoracic spine. And then lift the chest up. Chaturanga arms, push the arms up so that the shoulder roll back and down. Now maintaining all of this, arms down, and then roll the upper arms out and then look up. Yes, and then keep the rib cage up. Rib cage push up. Stay. So I'll say how much you can stabilize this position. And come down. Yes. For some of you, you may already start feeling back pain. That's okay. That's okay. Now, another tip that I want to give you is whenever you're practicing back bend, or actually related to back bend, you don't go forward bend, back bend, forward bend, back bend all the time. It's just like a piece of paper. If you keep folding here this way, that way, this way, that way, you keep doing this, one day this is going to break. So when we're practicing this, you may not feel very comfortable at the moment because you keep contracting this muscle. But after a while, we're going to do some release. So you don't do keep forward bend, back bend all the time. Okay? Now, we are going to do, first start with Sphinx Pose. From there, we go to Bhujangasana. From there, we're going to go to upward facing dog. Now, we're going to use the roll mat. This is where everyone may have a slightly different mat. Some people are a bit thicker, some people is a bit thinner. Now, the purpose is this one, put down your mat watch this one here. Everyone touch your rib cage, your floating ribs here. Floating ribs here. The floating ribs is, you see our ribs from top here, they are all joined together. Until they don't join anymore, this is what we call the floating ribs. Now, hold on to your floating ribs and then pull it up. Everyone, hold your floating ribs and then pull it up. Yes. Can you feel that? Okay. So the purpose of this mat is to help you to do this action. So, for a moderate, this is probably quite a normal mat, not too thick, not too thin. So you will be around the bottom edge of this, and then it helps me to lift up. So when it's on the floor, this should be what it should give me. Okay? So you need to adjust, because if it's very thick on the floor, you may be slightly higher. If it's very thin, you'll be slightly lower when it's on the floor. Okay? So you need to adjust that a little bit. Let me show you. So this is, afterwards, I want you to lie down on your belly, and then you're going to adjust until you're placing this on your floating ribs. And then we're going to have the two palms down, and I'm going to stay here. Place your foot flat. Like this. Okay? Now everyone get ready. Now everyone place this, press into the mat, lift your floating ribs, go up and then place it down. Now you should feel your stomach, this part of the skin is being pulled up. You feel your stomach skin is being pulled up. Can you feel that? Now, sacrum is rolling down. So now your body is slightly higher. Your lower back is slightly higher than your buttock. So your buttock can roll down. Now press your elbow down to the floor. Extend the legs back. Now lift one leg up and then internally rotate. That means you're turning this way. Turning from inside like this. Roll. So you roll this way, then you place it down. The other leg, roll, place it down. Yes, and then straighten the legs, keep the sacrum long and down. Now from here, check that your upper arm is about perpendicular, roughly. Now from here, what I want you to do is, I want you to press into the floor, your elbow, your forearm, everything. Press into the floor. At the same time, you push forward. Like this. Okay? This force, you push so that your shoulder goes down and move back. Move this forward so the shoulder goes back and down. Can you feel that? Can you feel that? Stay. Now keep pushing. Your forearm pushing forward, shoulder back, shoulder blade down. Yes, keep rolling the sacrum down. Keep rolling the sacrum down. Straight legs. Keep pressing the metatarsal. The back of your foot. Press it down. Press it down. Roll the sacrum down. Roll the sacrum down. Now the outer thigh push down to the floor. Outer thigh down to the floor. Yes, now the arms press down and push forward to move your shoulder back, shoulder blade in, and then lift the chest. See how much the mat is helping you. Good, release. Release. If you need to adjust, you adjust a little bit. See whether that is giving you the support. Now we're going to do 3 different stages. 3 different stages. Watch first. The first stage, this is Sphinx. The second stage, you're going to move your elbow onto the mat. Okay? Now the last stage is you are going to press the palm on the floor and then you rest the forearm on the mat. So there are 3 stages. 1, this way, where your upper arm is perpendicular. Second one, your elbow is on the mat. The third one, palm is on the mat, but the forearm is on, the palm is on the floor, the forearm is on the mat. Okay? Now let's try. Sphinx. Now, push the palm forward, push the forearm forward, roll the shoulders back, shoulder blade in, and then look forward, look forward. Now, keeping this one hand at a time, keep your left hand strongly on the floor, right elbow go onto the mat, press, and then now left hand go onto the mat, left elbow go onto the mat. Now keep pushing the palm forward, roll the shoulders back, chest up. Yes, stay here. Now, if you are finding your lower back cannot take it, you go back to just now. Go back to just now. Now, last stage. Keep pressing the left arm, right palm on the floor, your forearm on the mat, and then the left hand. And then stay here. Stay here. And release. Okay, now place your palm one on top of the other. Rest your forehead. Rest your forehead. Okay. Watch. The next one we're going to do is the 3 stages. First, Sphinx, and then we move elbow onto the mat. Then we move the forearm onto the mat. From here, you tuck in the toes, tuck in the toes. Now push yourself up into upward facing dog. Now from here, I want you to move the toes forward. Not everyone can do this, but if you can, move the toes forward. Otherwise, you stay in here, or you move the toes forward. See the toes? Back, forth, stay there. Okay? Then you go back to tuck toes, then you come down again. Okay, now let's try. Sphinx. Sphinx first. Now extend your back of your foot down. Press the metatarsal down. Roll your thighs. Roll your thighs. Internal rotation. Outer thigh, press down to the floor. Outer thigh, press down to the floor. Roll the sacrum back and down. Now from here, push the palm forward so that your shoulder move back. Shoulder blade in, chest up. Sphinx. Now from Sphinx, we're going to move the elbow up onto the mat. We're going to move the forearm onto the mat. Tuck in the toes. Tuck in the toes. Now push yourself up. Upward facing dog. Yes. Now from curl, tuck in the toes. Now move to tip of the toes. Move to tip of the toes. Move forward and tip of the toes. And then come back to tuck. Move forward, tip of the toes. Now see if you can roll the toes over. Yes, and then roll back. One more time, roll over. Now roll back. Now knee down, and then come down. And then have the 2 palms resting on your forehead. One more time. Sphinx. Extend the legs. Press the outer thigh down. Roll the sacrum down. Now, push the shoulder away from you. Shoulder away from you. Now, push the palm forward so the shoulder move back. Shoulder blade in. Now, walk the hands, elbow on the mat. Forearm on the mat. Tuck in the toes. Now, push yourself up, upward facing dog. If you can, roll the toes over. Now roll the toes back and then push yourself up into downward facing dog. Lift the heel up. Now knee down and then lie down. And then palm on top of each other. Rest your forehead. One last time. Extend the legs back. Internally rotate your thigh. Press the outer thigh down to the floor. Roll the sacrum down. And then now Sphinx. Shoulder, push your shoulder away from your ears. Now push the palm forward so that the shoulder moves back. Now walk your elbows back to be on the mat. Walk some more so that the forearm is on the mat. Tuck in the toes. Push yourself up, upward facing dog. If you can, roll the toes over. Roll the toes back. And then now push yourself up. And then go back to downward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Stay here, stay here, stay here for a little longer. Yes, this helps us to lengthen the spine. We are now beginning to release the spine. So stay here for a while if you can. In this pose, your forearm is resting on your mat. Your forearm is resting on your mat. Your palm is pressing on the floor. Now slowly have your knees coming down. And then sit down onto your heel. Place your foot flat. And then slowly come up, Vajrasana. Take a few breaths. Take a few breaths here. Now, some people, you might feel your neck not comfortable. If you feel your neck not comfortable, that means that you're doing this. When you do all of this position, that's why this is all compression. So that's why we started learning all these things. So you need to get this done. Push up, all of this. So if you have neck, base of the neck, you feel uncomfortable, you need to take care of that action, okay? Some of us, you may feel the shoulder here may be painful. It's because you are doing this. You are doing this, so you still need to move this. So depending on where you have, actually, pain is your guru. When you experience discomfort in certain parts of the body, that means that there's something that you are not doing quite right. So pain is your guru, okay? Now, just to release the back, we open the knees wide, and then we come down to Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Slowly walk your hands back. Okay. Now, don't use the mat because we still need to use a roll mat. So put it aside. Just lie down on the floor. Just simply lie down on the floor. And then have your arms by the side. If you don't feel you're stable enough, you can have the palm down. Otherwise, you can have your palm up and then place it down on the floor. Now from here, see the chest is open. You need to make sure the chest is open. Some people, they lie down, they're like this. So this is chest closed, okay? So if your chest is closed, push the elbow down, lift your shoulder blade up, and then place it flat onto the ground. Can you see the difference now? This is chest open. This is chest closed. So push, and then now chest open. After you open your chest, be aware of where your lower back is. If it's not touching the ground, you need to roll the buttock towards the heel and then place your lower back flat on the ground. Okay? And then now arms to the side. Now feet together, slightly bent legs. Feet together. Now maintaining feet together, we're doing only mild twists. So in maintaining feet together, we actually now move both legs together and then place it down onto the floor. And then we can look to the left. If your neck is not comfortable, you look to the right. You look in the same direction of your knee. If your neck is not uncomfortable, look to the opposite side, which is the left hand. Release the tension in your stomach. Release the tension in your lower back. Just allow that to twist. Breathe. Slowly come back to the center. And then now slowly we move both legs to the left. If your neck is not uncomfortable, now you look to the right. You look to the right. Now, if you have very tight lower back, the likelihood is that all of this lower back is cramped up. So it doesn't release. So you use your breathing. Every time you exhale, release. Exhale. Then it will actually release more. Release more. Okay? Use exhale to twist a little bit more. It will release your muscle. Release. Okay? Try again, because all of this back bending actually can give us a little bit of back pain afterwards. So come back to the center. Now we go to the right one more time. Go to the right one more time. As you come down, exhale. Then it'll be easy. Then if your neck is not uncomfortable, look to the left. Back to center. Last time, slowly go to the left. As you come down, exhale. Then look to the right. You will begin to feel the lower back tension starts to release. Okay, back to the center. And then turn to the right. And then push yourself up. Then sit down on our rolled mat. Sit down on the rolled mat. Everyone feel better with the lower back now? Yes? Okay, sit on the left side of your mat and then bend your right leg. We have done this. We have done this. Now turn towards your bent knee. Turn towards your bent knee. Turn. Now turn to the other side. Now, maintaining the shape of your trunk, only turn the head to look forward. Only turn the head to look forward. Now from here, right hand go up. As you pull your straight leg thigh in, you extend your arm forward. See? This one in, this one forward. Pull the thigh in, arms forward, hold. As you hold now, your big mound, push forward to resist with your right hand, pull back. So right hand is this force pulling back. The big mound is pushing forward. Okay, so from here, you resist each other. From here, we are going to turn towards the back and then extend your left arm to the back. Now turn from the belly. Turn from the belly, extend to the back. Yes, if your neck is not comfortable, look forward. Don't look back. That's okay. Now slowly, left hand, come back to hold your front foot. Stay in half pose. Stay in half pose. Inhale, raise your arms up. Exhale, come down. Now, if you can't hold, you can hold from the bottom. Tuck in, pull. Okay? The other hand, tuck in, pull. So you can do this. But you need to keep pressing the heel down to resist. Okay? This is fine if you're not able to hold here. Okay? Now extend your right leg. Move to your right side. Bend the left leg. First, turn towards the bent knee. Turn towards the bent knee. Turn the other side. Turn the other side. Now maintaining the trunk, only turn the head to look forward. Only turn the head to look forward. Now raise your left hand up. Now pull the right thigh back as you lean forward and hold your foot. Or you can tuck in under your shin bone and then pull up. Same thing. Whichever one you want, that's okay. And then now left hand, go back. If your neck is not comfortable, look forward. Now right hand, come back, hold the front foot. Half pose. And inhale, raise your arms up. Exhale, release. Take your foot forward. Sit in the center. Bend both legs. Come into Baddha Konasana. Join the sole of the feet together. Now you can press both sides of the mat. Now, from here, you try to extend outwards with your thigh. Extend outwards with your thigh. You don't have to force yourself too much, and then see how much you can extend. Now, when you extend, don't go like this. So you need to press. You can press the palm onto your mat and then lift up. As you lift up, you push your outer edge of your foot together, and then you extend from inner groin to inner knee. Inner groin to inner knee. Okay, and then release. Now, like Supta Baddha Konasana that we did, but today we just extend the legs forward. Okay, same thing. We are going to lie down. Do it with me because we've done it yesterday, the day before, sorry. Do it with me. From here, we're going to place your thoracic spine, not the lower back, but the thoracic spine. That means that whenever you have the rib cage connected to the spine, that part of the spine. If you don't have the rib cage connected, as you go down, that becomes your lumbar spine. So, is only your thoracic spine. Lift the chest up and then lie down on the mat is on your spine. Then, it also supports your head. From here, we are going to roll the sacrum towards the heel first, lengthen the lower back becomes long. Then we're going to slowly extend both of the legs and then release. And we're going to lie down here and rest. Now remember, because we've done some back bend, So there's still some memory of the lower back is going to contract. So you may actually arching. So you keep your lower back long by rolling the sacrum flat onto the ground as much as you can. That will actually go against the memory of what we did just now. Okay. And then we're going to rest here for 5 minutes.